being that we didn't play as much, I mean, you're gonna put more faith on the practice field, but at the same time, it's a different opponent. You have to look at the things that we did wrong, the things that we did good, and knowing this week is gonna be a better opponent. We're gonna play longer, probably put more film study into this game. That's dealing with this first group. We were disappointed in how we played, being that they drove the ball on us, hit a long pass and things like that. You still, no matter how many plays you put on the film, you still can't put bad plays out there. Our first game last year, we went, like 3 3-and-outs. It wasn't a good showing for our first group.
Andre Johnson didn't play the first game with Texas, but he's probably going to play this Saturday. We look forward to a guy like that being in the lineup to give you a good test to see where you're at.
Oh, yeah, always. Anytime. Facing a guy like that, a Pro Bowl guy, been in the league for a while, veteran receiver that one of the top receivers in the league. It's good to match up with him. Don't know how long we're going to play or how long he's going to play. Like I said, even if he do or don't play, that offense in general is a good offense. And like I said, last year they moved the ball on us down the field. So games like that we'll be up for, and I'm pretty sure, I'll watch some more film on those guys and, try and get an edge.
Andre's a big receiver. You've been playing a big receiver a lot in practice in Randy Moss. Have you learned things this summer, going back to May, about playing big guys that maybe you didn't know before?
Every guy's different. Randy's a tall guy. I wouldn't say a big receiver. He's a tall guy, a crafted veteran that, there's one thing that I think about him. You could be on him, and most times you play guys' eyes or play their hands. Randy's a good guy, is not showing you nothing. He'll let the ball fall into his chest before he puts his hand up. Most guys going to come out and reach for the ball and give us a chance to break the pass up. Randy's going to make sure, the ball is coming to his chest and, you can't get to it. So each guy provides a different challenge for us. And, Andre, I look at him as a tall receiver, a big guy, physical guy. At the same time, he can run real fast. So, dealing with certain guys like that, it's a different challenge that you got to be, you can't be a step behind. A lot of big guys, you may catch up. Andre, you're not catching up from him when he get a step on you.
Did you notice anything different with Mike Crabtree this year as far as passers?
Of course, number one, hey Ted, number one that he's out there. He's healthy. Of course, he came through his little injury that set him out a couple of days, but he's healthy. He's competing. He's playing. He look a lot faster. I don't know if he lost weight or, he worked with a different trainer during our off time, but, he look a lot faster. I'm pretty sure he's smarter, and he understands defenses a lot better, and what he's got to do to get open. So, it's going to be a exciting season to see those guys, him lined up. I don't know who on the other side or who the starting rotation going to be, but, somebody going to be open. Somebody got to win their matchups. And, Crabtree, a guy that I know facing him day in and day out, me and him talking trash to each other every day, when we face each other, that I know he's going to be ready for whatever challenge he's faced this year.
What's it like covering Crabtree? What does he do that makes it tough to cover?
Number one, like I said, his speed is much better, much faster. Him recognizing defense and what he got to do, instead of, running a 10-yard route, he may cut it off at 8, knowing that we already sitting at 10 yards. Things like that, a younger guy may just run the route exactly how it's supposed to be on paper. And Crabtree, he's got a quick step, and we always known him to have hands. So anytime, the ball get into his center area, 9 times out of 10, he's going to catch the ball. But like I said, him working and us competing is going to be better. And I think, dealing with all the talk about, bringing in new receivers, we don't have that many receivers. We got to go get some more receivers. Our receivers didn't show up in the playoff. Our receiving core took that to heart. Just from me seeing how they playing and preparing each and every day out here in practice, that they can get the job done. They're going to work to not, have an output like they did last year.
Last season, you were new to this team. The defensive secondary is just kind of feeling itself throughout the season. Has the communication changed because of that one misplay against the Vikings? We saw you get verbal and voice your opinion early.
We do a good job of talking each and every play and trying to anticipate plays and what we're seeing out there on film. No matter what the play is, we do something good, we talk about, we do something bad, we definitely going to talk about it. And each player voice their opinion to the coaches or whatever player, what they seeing out there, pretty much each and every play. My job is, like I said, on that play, that particular play was my fault. I can't always depend on Deshaun. He sees something on the other side of the field, and the quarterback did look over there at first and then just came back to that route real late. I have to stay on and not depend on him just being in the middle of the field. But just things like that, we're glad they happen in preseason. Each and every day in practice, we look at that film and, try and get better. And, we know what we got to do from his part to my part to any other time we communicate. I do a lot of communicating with Patrick and Bo just because we're in the middle, and nickel is like a linebacker and a corner put into one. So, the communication is very key into a lot of the schemes and the things that we do on defense.
There's less patience for mistakes at this point on defense?
I would say that. We don't want to tolerate each and every player. I think that's each individual, has that mindset that they don't want to mess up, because we feel that the defense is so strong that you don't want to be that person that let the team down or let the next guy down. By missing assignment, simple stuff by missing a tackle. If you're outside corner, you should be outside leverage. Don't try and go and tackle the guy inside when you got a couple of guys running from inside. So it's simple things like that. I think each individual take to heart that they don't want to mess up, to cause fault in this team.
Getting back to Crabtree, your coach made some waves in the offseason by saying that Crabtree is the best hands he'd ever seen on a receiver. Where do you rank Michael Crabtree's hands?
I think they're real good. I put him up there with him. Larry Fitzgerald. It's a lot of receivers that can catch that ball, and I say when Coach talk about hands, he's talking about strictly hands, not all these body catches. He's talking about hands in each and every position. That's one thing I can put Crabtree up there with Larry Fitzgerald and some of them. He's just probably one key guy that I can think of right now that has some of the best hands I have seen around.
When you say hands, what are you talking about exactly? Just the ability to snag any ball?
Snag any ball. That's basically what it is. You snag any ball that come in their area. And it seems like when you talk about hands, they don't put much effort into it. A lot of guys struggle, with certain balls. And Crabtree, I see him sometimes, he could be running across the field, the ball come, he can catch it and then still be looking at his direction to make another move. And those things like that, when they teach you to look the ball all the way in, Crabtree has that hand and that focus of like, okay, I know the ball coming, okay, I catch it, now I can make my move. So he's one guy that has a gift at that.
All right. This is kind of a shot in the dark. Have you gone up against number 9, Brian Timms, in practice? I mean, it seems like an intriguing guy with his size and leaping ability. Anyway, if you have, do you have any impressions of him?
Yeah, I've gone up with him some. Most time I go on when he run fade routes on me. So in my mindset, that's what I'm trying to cover. I'm trying to stop. But seeing him going against some of the other guys, he do oppose that deep threat. A guy that can catch, catch the jump ball. A fade guy, a big guy that you can put the ball up in the back of the end zone, things like that. So, he's a guy that's learning, getting better and better each and every day. And we need guys like that pushing some of the older guys, pushing some of the guys that have been around. And coaches can see it, whether they make the team or they're on the practice squad, see there's a lot of potential to those guys to help this team out.
So you're up against him, you're ready for a fade?
I'm ready for a fade. If he catch something else, then it's my fault, but I'm anticipating fade.